On August 21st, 2017, a total eclipse of the sun will be seen from a large part of the United States. Fortunately for Nemaha County, Kansas, we are in the 70-mile wide band that will be able to see a total solar eclipse. Other areas of the U.S. outside of this band will only see a partial eclipse. So what exactly is a total solar eclipse? It is amazing. It can be scary, but it's nothing like you've ever seen before. Day turns into night in the middle of the day because the sun is completely covered by the moon's shadow. But how does this happen? The sun is 100 times bigger than Earth, and Earth is 4 times bigger than the moon. Even though the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, it's also 400 times farther away from Earth than the moon. That means the sun and the moon appear the same size to us here on Earth. This incredible coincidence is why we have total solar eclipses. The Earth is constantly rotating around the sun, and the moon is rotating around our Earth. Every year or two, the moon's orbit lines up perfectly, and the moon passes directly in front of the sun. That's when a total solar eclipse occurs somewhere on Earth. Where you see the total eclipse depends on the moon's umbral shadow, the shadow in which the moon blocks the entire sun as it sweeps across our planet. This is called the path of totality. On average, a total solar eclipse is visible from the same spot every 375 years. The umbral shadow is quite small when it reaches Earth, so the part of our planet that is typically treated to a total solar eclipse is very small, only about 0.3% of the Earth's entire surface. The moon has a second shadow called the penumbra, and it's much larger than the umbra. The penumbra is the shadow in which the moon blocks out only part of the sun. People inside this larger shadow will experience a partial eclipse. All total eclipses begin and end with a partial eclipse. This can take up to 2 to 3 hours. However, the total part of the solar eclipse usually lasts only about 2 to 3 minutes. You will expect to see the sky take on an eerie twilight as the sun's bright face is replaced by the black disk of the moon. Surrounding the moon will be a halo. This is the sun's corona, a superheated plasma, 2 million degrees in temperature. The corona can only be seen during the few brief minutes of totality and can only be viewed from the Earth during a total solar eclipse. So you might wonder, how big of a deal is this? Fewer than 1 in 1,000 people have ever seen a total solar eclipse, so count yourself pretty lucky. The last time totality occurred anywhere in the lower 48 states was on February 26, 1979, 38 years ago. The last time it reached from sea to sea was on June 8, 1919, almost 100 years ago. The next time it will pass through the United States, which will stretch across the southern part of Kansas, will be on August 12, 2045. Want to know some other cool facts about this solar eclipse? It takes 90 minutes for the moon's shadow to cross the United States from Oregon to South Carolina. The average speed of the moon's shadow as it crosses the U.S. is nearly 1,700 miles per hour. This is 3 times faster than a supersonic jet plane. Eclipses have been a source of mystery and intrigue for centuries. Many people in ancient times thought the world was coming to an end. In ancient China, solar eclipses were seen as a warning to the leader. They would perform rituals to rescue the sun. They would light fires or shoot arrows at the sun to try to make it catch fire again. In Europe, India, and Indonesia, it was thought that a monster, perhaps a dragon, was trying to eat the sun. People would bang on pots and pans or drums and make all kinds of noise to scare the monster away. By the late 1800s, photographs could be made of the corona, and those who hadn't seen a total eclipse would finally believe what astronomers had been telling them. The total eclipse of 1919 was used to confirm the bending of starlight by gravity, as predicted by Albert Einstein in his general theory of relativity. So what do you need to know about viewing the solar eclipse? It is very important that you wear the solar eclipse viewing glasses that are provided by your teacher. These glasses have special filters that make it safe for your eyes to look directly at the sun. Once the sky is completely dark and there is full totality, you may remove your glasses to look at the totality of the moon over the sun. It is extremely important to remember that only during complete totality may you look at the sun without your solar glasses. Never look directly at the partial phases of the eclipse without your glasses on. So, now you're ready to see one of the most spectacular sights you will ever witness. Take the time to enjoy the absolute wonderment of this incredible event.